what's going on, guys? It's GB Smokescreen here. We are back for a brand new video. This is going to be a Could This Be Meta? And I have not done this in a long time. It's been about a year. If you guys don't know what the Could This Be Meta is, it's basically a segment where I take an archetype that's like a little bit old or maybe recent that just lacks support, and I make 5 fantasy support cards for them, giving you guys my opinions on what I would like to see for these decks and what I think could make them good. And at the end of the day, with these 5 fantasy support cards, with this deck, would it be tier 1? Would it be meta? Would it be able to compete with the current metagame? And yeah, and then you guys can tell me in the comment section below what you guys think would be, how good this deck would be if they had these cards. Anyway, this is going to be, so I have 2 Could This Be Meta sets ready. I have this one and then another one. I'm going to save the next one for a little bit later, maybe another couple weeks, just to see if there's anything else I want to change with them, because these cards I have for this video are ready. I just don't know about the next one. So anyway, let's get into this video. If you guys do like these kind of videos, hit that like button down below and also subscribe if you are new. Support is always greatly appreciated. Anyway, let's get into this video. Anyway, so as you can see from the title from this video, I am tackling the Cloudian archetype. Now, Cloudians is basically a deck that basically you need to have fog counters on. They love about their fog counters, and they can't die by battle. So that's really good. It's really good. They have a bit of protection with like the fact that they can't be destroyed by battle. So I didn't have to give them too much protection. So, but what they do lack is that they can't get their fog counters on the field fast enough. They can't. They can't get all their fog counters on the field fast enough. That's why I feel like their problem is. Alright? And also, their effects are like, they're like mediocre. So basically, I gave them, so the 5 fantasy support cards I made for them is basically to give them more versatility and consistency. So that's basically what I made for them. Anyway, let's get into these 5 cards. Alright, so the first card I made for them is called Cloudian Twin Smoke Ball. It is a level 1 water fairy monster. It has 400 attack and 200 defense. Its effect: this card is always treated as Cloudian Smoke Ball. If this card is special summoned, you can place 2 fog counters on each face of Cloudian monster you control. Its second effect: you contribute this card to special summon 1 level 8 or lower Cloudian monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and if you do, place 2 fog counters on it. You can only use each effect of Cloudian Twin Smoke Ball once per turn. So basically, this is a different copy of Cloudian Smoke Ball. They already have Cloudian Smoke Ball being a vanilla, but you know what? Like, the only thing that this card can really do is maybe like rank 1 plays, or maybe Link Spider, or Link Karibo. Now that's not bad. That's not bad at all. You can go into Link Spider, Link Karibo, you can go into Link plays and everything. And you would summon this card off for Cloudian Turbulent. Turbulent is not hard once per turn. And now if you think about it, this card has to replace Cloudian Smoke Ball, because with Cloudian Turbulence, it summons a Smoke Ball. By removing a counter from it, you can summon a Cloudian Smoke Ball from your hand, deck, or grave, I think, or is it deck and grave? I don't remember exactly, but that's basically what it does. And if you think about it with like Harpies, right? Harpies have Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3, and then Cyber Harpy Lady, but they're all treated as Harpy Lady, and you can't run 3 copies of each of them. You can't. You can only run 3 copies of one of those just because they're all treated as 1 card. They're basically all treated as 1 card. So, this is basically the same. If you were going to play 3 copies of Twin Smoke Ball, you can't play 3 copies of Smoke Ball. You can't. That's just not how this card was meant to work. So, that's basically how it is. But this card's a lot better. It gets you more counters when it's special summoned. It is basically a lone fire for your Cloudian monsters. So, and for your level 8 or lower. So this card makes it easier to special summon your Eye of the Typhoon or Nimbus Men. Sorry. Nimbus Men is basically like, it gains 500 attack points for every fog counter that's on the field. And because of that, and you can get this thing up to a lot of attack. A lot of attack. And because of that, you can just special summon this guy. You can just summon your smoke ball, tribute it off, and then Nimbus Men. You can tribute it off, summon your Nimbus Men, and then it gains another 2 extra counters, and then it just gains attack off that. So basically, like, it will at least always come on the field with at least 1,000 extra attack. So it comes on the field with 2,000 instead of 1,000. So that's that. I feel like that this card could actually make Cloudians a lot better. All right, this card's already good enough, but I still think they still need more. Let's get into the next card. The next card I made for them. This is a field spell, and honestly, I feel like this is pretty broken. Three of these cards are broken. Smoke Ball being included. I feel like Smoke Ball is a little bit too much, but you know what? I have 2 other cards that are broken. I have 2 other cards that are a bit broken, and the rest of them are just decent. Anyway, the next card I made from is a field spell called Cloudian Sky Palace. It's a field spell card, and its effect is you take no battle damage from attacks involving Cloudian monsters. That's already too much. But anyway, during your standby phase, you can place 2 fog counters on this card. Once per turn, you can remove 1 fog counter from this card to add 1 Cloudian monster from your deck to your hand. While this card has 4 more fog counters on it, face-up Cloudian monsters can activate their effects during either player's turn. So it basically turns them into quick effects. So anyway, this card is basically another version of Sanctuary in the Sky. It is their own reinforcement of the army, and also it has a built-in effect where it's basically orchestrated by Bale. So basically, this basically gives Cloudian monsters battle damage protection. It gives them more consistency for searching, which the deck does not have. The only thing outside consistency that the deck really has is a couple cards that give them a bit of draw power, but not really as reliable. And fucking Turbulence, where they can summon smoke balls from the deck. That's the only consistency they really have. So I decided, give them a field spell that is a searcher. All right, and then another thing is, because I gave them that little, your monsters are treated as quick effects, I feel like this just gives the deck more disruption. It gives them more disruption, which they don't have. They don't have any disruption right now. So I feel like this just gives them more disruption. They have the one that destroys monsters, so that turns it into a quick effect, so you can just remove 2 counters from it and then pop a monster off. Then there's Acid Cloud that can just remove 2 counters and then pop a face down spell or trap. There is Atlas that basically you remove 3 counters from it, or from anywhere on the field, actually, I don't remember exactly, but you remove 3 counters and then randomly discard the card from your opponent's hand. So I feel like this just gives them more things to do. So this just gives them more disruption, which they don't have. The only disruption they really have is on their turn. So that's basically what this was for. I feel like this card is fine. All right, I feel like it's fine. I feel like it's fair because this is Cloudians. Let's be real here. This is Cloudians. All right, this deck is not good. This deck was never good. So I feel like this deck just needs something to get them. Just give them something. Just give them something they can do. So that is why I make Sky Palace. They just don't have a lot of, this just gives them another option of this. Just gives them this disruption and also protection with battle damage. That's what I made it for. Anyway, that's it for Sky Palace. Let's get into the next one. The next card I made is a continuous spell card called Life in the Clouds. It's a continuous spell card. Its effect is, during your standby phase, you can special 1 cloud token. Hold up, my bad. Okay, so during your standby phase, you can special 1 cloud token to your side of the field. This token is treated as a Cloudian monster, though. Once per turn, during your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Cloudian monster in addition to your normal summon, and you can only control 1 Life in the Clouds. This card basically, the reason why I gave him the token effect, obviously you guys understand what the normal summoning, the additional normal summon is for, all right? Because they get they get fog counters when they're normal summoned, but they get fog counters, equal to the number of Cloudian monsters on the field. So if you just normaled 1. you would just get one counter. And basically all of them you need to have 2 counters on them to get off their effects. So that's not really good. So this helps them at least get him another Cloudian monster on the field, so that way they can get 2 counters and then they get their effects. That's basically what this was for. So by summoning a token during your standby phase, you can special summon a token, then normal summon a Cloudian monster. That Cloudian monster, since the token is treated as a Cloudian monster and the monster you summon is a Cloudian monster itself, it gains 2 counters, and then this card gives Cloudian monsters an additional normal summon, so you can just normal summon another one, and now you got 3. So now you can get 3 counters. So that's basically what this was for. But I had to make it a bit, this could have been broken. So I had to make it a little balanced I had to make it a bit balanced where you can only control one life in the class. Because if you had multiple on the field, you can just keep summoning, you could just have like these bunch of tokens, and you can just normal summon one, you could summon like you can get like 4 counters for free. And then normal summon again, you get 5. So I felt like that was a bit too much. So I had to weaken it down where you can only control one of it. Alright? I didn't put a hard once per turn effect. Now, let's just say, just imagine there's a once per turn effect in there. Just imagine. I forgot to put it in, but alright, it's supposed to be there. So, anyway, that's why I made this card, just to give him the chance to get more counters. Alright, next card. This card, now the next 2 cards is just brings them out of their ordinary. This is what really can give them a boost. The next card I made from is a normal spell card. I didn't make any traps for this deck, by the way. So the next card is a normal spell card called Cloudian Convergence. Its effect: fusion summon. Yes, I said fusion summon. 1 Cloudian fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters in your hand or you control. If you have 6 or more fog counters on the field, you can use monsters in your graveyard as fusion material. You can banish this card from your graveyard, except during the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, to add 1 Cloudian spell or trap card, except Cloudian Convergence, from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Cloudian Convergence once per turn. So this card is basically their own polymerization. Alright? We're going to be getting into the next card. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You'll see it. But this is so this just gives them their own polymerization and everything. And if you have 6 or more counters on the field, which honestly, from what I've given them support, that's not going to be hard. So, and then it basically will turn this card into their own miracle fusion. So it's their polymerization, and they have 6 or more counters. It's a miracle fusion. So it's alright. So I feel like that's it's pretty good. Also, it gives them more searching into their spells and traps, which they don't have. They don't have any way of searching their spells and traps. Their field spell searches their monsters. This searches their spells and traps. So you can search out the field spell. You can search out Cloudian Squall, or any of their other Cloudian spell and traps. That's all I can remember off the top of my head. But that's basically what this was for. Just this gives them another thing they can do. Let's get into the monster you guys are waiting for. The next card I made for them is a fusion monster called Cloudian God, Lord of the Sky. It is a level 10 water fairy fusion monster with 3,000 attack and 0 defense. And its materials to make it are 3 Cloudian monsters with different names. Its effect: must be fusion summoned and cannot be summoned by any other ways except by its own effect. Other Cloudian monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Once per turn, you can discard 1 Cloudian monster to place 5 counters on face-up Cloudian monsters you control equal to the discarded monster's level. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can remove 2 fog counters from anywhere on the field, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. During your next standby phase, after this card was sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card, you can remove 4 counters from anywhere on the field and then special summon this card. So, I know, this card's broken. I know what you guys are thinking. This card is busted as all fuck. But this is Cloudians. They need a boost. Alright? Just because I gave them, Disruption with freaking, with the field spell, so you can use Acid, Destroy Spell, and Trap. Alright? You can use that one monster that destroys monsters. That's not really destruction enough. That doesn't negate anything. It doesn't negate anything. The only thing that Acid can really help with is destroying like a field spell or a continuous spell. If your opponent plays like Paw Desires or something like that, Cloudians can't do anything against that unless you play Ash Blossom in it. So, Lord of the Sky is basically here to help out with like Soul Charge, Raigeki, stuff like that. It is here to stop cards to actually give the deck actual destruction and protection. They can't die. They can't be targeted by card effects. They cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. If you have your field spell on, your flying monsters already can't die by battle. This card, your opponent's monsters can already not be destroyed by battle. So if you have the field spell, you don't take any damage. So this basically just makes your Cloudian monsters really, really protected, like overly protected. All right. Now I did give it, and also if it is sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card. You can remove 4 fall counters from anywhere on the field and special summon it during your next standby phase. So if your opponent gets rid of this card on your turn, you have to wait until your next turn to bring it back. So it does not come back on. So it won't come back on your opponent's turn. So, all right. So your opponent is free to do as they wish. They're free to. They don't have to deal with this card for their turn. So that gives them a little bit of balance. The other balance thing I made for it is that other Cloudian monsters cannot be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effects. So that effect doesn't protect itself. It doesn't get that protection. All right. I didn't give it any battle. I didn't give it any effect to make it where it can't die by battle. So it can die by battle and it can be destroyed by card effects and targeted. So it doesn't have any protection for itself, but it protects your other monsters. So I feel like this is a little balanced but broken. This is broken but a bit balanced at the same time. So, yeah, you guys can, I don't know. I feel like this card could really put Cloudian monsters on the map. I feel like all these cards will put Cloudian monsters back on the map. So, anyway, that's basically my opinion on the Cloudian deck. I don't know. I feel like this deck could actually be pretty damn good. They can get a bunch of fall counters on the field. They got a lot of things that I gave them a lot of things that they can do now. So, that being said, in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think of these 5 cards. Do you think this deck would be absolutely broken, or do you think it would just be an average casual deck that people might be interested in playing? Alright, and with that being said, that's going to be all for this video. And Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, hit the like button down below and subscribe if you're new. Also, and once again, comment down below what you guys think of these 5 support cards. And also, let me know and also, with these 5 support cards, what would you change? What's the effect that you would change? Alright, and put in your own little details. Alright, or if you have other Cloudian custom cards that you guys have made yourself, you can just let them, just type out their effect in the comments below. I may read it and comment back to you what I think of that. And anyway, guys, that's going to be all for now, and hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys all later. Goodbye.